Hello and welcome to the 6th grade. My name is Miss Thurow and I will be your child's math teacher this year. The content we will be covering in 6th grade is based on the Common Core state standards. The standards are here to help guide me in what I need to teach, but they allow me to have the freedom of how to teach the content to your children. The 6th grade math topics that will be covered are ratio and proportional relationships, the number system, expression and equations, geometry, and statistics and probability. There are several standards within each topic. I will begin by having the students use reasoning about multiplication and division to solve ratio and rate problems about quantities. This will allow for the students to expand on their understandings of problems in which they can use multiplication and division to solve problems, and they can connect ratios to fractions. Next, students will use meanings of fractions, the meanings of multiplication and division, and the relationship between multiplication and division to understand and explain why the procedures for dividing fractions make sense. They reason about the order and absolute value of rational numbers and about the location of points in all four quadrants of a coordinate plane. Students will write expressions and equations that correspond to given situations, evaluate expressions, and use expressions and formulas to solve problems. Students use properties of operations and the idea of maintaining the equality of both sides of an equation to solve simple one-step equations. For example, if you are given the story problem, John has already cycled 23 kilometers this year. Plus, he plans to cycle during each trip to work. How many trips will John have to make to cycle 43 kilometers? Students should be able to set up an equation such as the one shown. Lastly, students will focus on building and reinforcing their understanding and ability to think statistically. Students will learn how to describe and summarize sets of data information and identify similarities and differences about the context in which the data were collected. In my classroom, you will see math talk, technology, and manipulatives as the three most common routines used. Math talk provides students with the opportunity for deeper understanding of math skills through communication. Strategies include wait time, revoice, repeat, agree or disagree, and add on. Wait time will always be used in my classroom. This means that I will give students time to think of their own answer before beginning in classroom discussion. I will be revoicing students' answers to make sure that all students in the classroom have heard and understood the answer. The repeat method will occur after one student has answered the question, by asking other students to repeat what he or she said in their own words. Agree or disagree will allow the students to think about whether an answer is correct. The students will have a signal they must show to let me know if they agree or disagree, for example, by using thumbs up or thumbs down. Lastly, I may ask students to add on and elaborate to their previous answer given to encourage more elaborate thinking. Khan Academy, Seesaw, and Class Dojo are the main technologies that I will integrate into my classroom on a daily basis. Khan Academy is an adaptive technology that identifies the strengths and learning gaps of each student. It will be used as a practice tool for students to master their math skills throughout the year. I will also be able to individually assign problems for each student to complete within their developmental skill set. Seesaw is a tool that I love. It is a tool that I want to use for my students to explain their work. This app allows students to independently document their work and will also allow you, as parents, to see the projects that they have been working on. Class Dojo will be used to build an amazing classroom community. As parents, you will be able to see private comments regarding your child's behavior in my classroom. I will also be able to share photos, videos, and announcements on the story feature. There are a variety of manipulatives that will be used in our classroom this year. Some examples of grade-level manipulatives include calculators, fraction tiles, base 10 blocks, pattern blocks, number cubes, rulers, and there are many more. Manipulatives are used to help students understand the abstract thought of numbers. Assessment will be a huge part of my math classroom. I will use assessment to gather information of what and how your children have learned and if I should adjust any of my teaching strategies. There will be many forms of assessment used aside from tests. These include observation, questioning, projects, and self-assessment. I am a strong believer in communication and understand the importance of connecting with you and your child. Here's my contact information if you have any questions or concerns. Along with my contact information, you will find my website, which will have more information about our classroom. Does anyone have any questions for me right away? Perfect. We have a couple of great questions. The first question that was asked is if I make my students keep math journals. The answer is yes. I will be having my students keep the journals. There are a number of reasons why students benefit from the use of journals. Students will have the opportunity to reflect on their strategies, practice putting their knowledge into words. They can do this both verbally and in writing. And keeping journals will also create a documented portfolio-like record of your child's growth and progress throughout the school year. This will give me insight into their abilities, opinions, understandings, and misconceptions. The second question is talking about conceptual understanding and what exactly that term means. Well, conceptual understanding is knowing more than just the facts and methods of solving math problems. It is understanding the ideas and applying knowledge to new situations and contexts. This means that your child will know the steps to solving math problems, but they will also know why they are completing these steps.